Can you guys just make sure it's muted? Thank you. Okay, so go back to the beginning here. So this is all going to be in one document, one HTML document, which you can create using Atom. The thing is, you have to start off with this HTML, what they call a tag, and it looks exactly like that. It's got the greater than, less than symbols. Has anybody here used HTML before? 1, 2, 3. Okay, maybe once. Okay, it's very easy to set one up. Let me create a blank HTML, right? Or empty. Basically, what they look like is this. Okay, and everything in here has to be what they call HTML code. So if you want to, give this a heading, you would put the heading between these two tags, head and /head. And then if you want to give it a body, you would put it in here. And a body is like what's in the body of the document, like new paragraph, hello world. Okay. You can give this a title, my HTML document. And then if you open this up with a web browser, I'll show you what that looks like. Open file. I put this in source, and I put it in BHS code, and I called it HTML, I think, empty HTML doc. So this isn't going to be very, very fancy, but you'll see that if I share this tab with you, share tab, come on, what happened? Oh, wrong one, that's why. Share a tab. You can see that it just says hello world. And if I change the code to put an exclamation point in there and just save it, and then reload my tab, should put it in there. Okay? So that's how you do like a basic HTML program, but not program, document. But what I want to show you is how to use that SVG stuff, the graphics, because that's like pretty powerful, believe it or not. So let me go back to the editor. Okay. I want copy this. Okay, so in the body of your HTML code, we can define a segment called SVG. Okay, and everything inside of that is going to be written using like different codes. In fact, we don't even need to use this stuff right now. Yeah. Okay. And this is basically just defining the size of like the picture that we want to draw, right? So if we make it have a width of 512 pixels and a height of 512 pixels, we don't even need this view box thing just right now, but what this does is it shows the whole thing all at once. Okay, so this defines like a picture frame that's perfectly square, 512 pixels by 512 pixels. So let me, hold on a second. Open file. Hold on one more second. Where did it go? Okay. What we can do is we can put lines and circles and basic shapes into our picture, okay? And a lot of this we don't need. So what this is going to do is inside my picture, it's going to create a line, a perfectly straight line that goes from 1010 to 500 500. Now, you can't really think of this like it's a coordinate plane in your math class because it's not. It's close, but not quite the same. Let me show you what this looks like. I called it empty HTML document. Yeah. So I'll show you what this looks like, and I want to present a tab here. Can you guys see that line? What's that?
Yeah, I see it now.
You see it now?
I took a different road.
Did I do recording yet?
Yeah, you have.
Okay, good. So that's all it basically does. It lets you put these lines all over the place. But what's cool is you can actually do hold on, SVG. Yes. You can do kind of anything. You can make any picture you want with SVG. And you can actually incorporate it into a game like I did using JavaScript pretty easily. So I'll show you what you can do to get different SVG commands. Basically, if you just look up anywhere in Google or Yahoo, whatever search engine you use, you Google SVG, and you can kind of go to the first thing and navigate around. So here I clicked on something and it gave me this D thing, but I really want reference and guides. Let's see, what is tutorials? I want an SVG tutorial. SVG, is that in here? No, this wasn't a very good website to go to, apparently. Are you still, can you see the same thing I see?
It's SVG.
Like I just clicked on a link. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see, SVG, here we go. So SVG in HTML. Embed SVG directly into HTML page. This tells me how to make that circle. If I copy this text into that document that I made, where did I put it? You can't see what I'm editing, but I'm just copying it into that same document. I can share this page instead and then reload it, and there's that circle. I put it directly into it. What's cool about SVG is you can actually have it so that it can be interactive. You can use some of the things that I created in that game thing that we were looking at to manipulate SVG code. You can change where it is on the screen. You can have it move, spin. You can have it do all sorts of things. So I think for a fun project, I'd like you guys to create some sort of game world that fits on one screen. So just, I want you to imagine, like, if you're going to create some sort of game and the user looks at a screen, what would that look like? And let's not worry about like things moving around yet, but let's just try to create 2 or 3 different objects inside that world. You know what I mean? They could be rectangles, they could be triangles, they could be just straight lines. Make it as complex as you'd like. You can change the colors of things. Like an example might be, a game world like this. And I don't know what the object of this particular game is. I just kind of randomly made this. But can you make a screen that looks like this in SVG? Give it a shot. Now, if you don't know how to make a circle or the shape that you're looking for, your best friend is Google. SVG triangle, SVG rectangle, Google SVG change color, things like that. So take a little bit of time and try to make something in a web page that's like this. Okay? Yes. You do it in an hour. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna stop recording over here and send this link out if you want to go back and reference it. You probably won't need to. But let me
And
just.
then when we're done with the code, we put it in where, like, how will we see?
So then you just open up your page in a browser,
Oh,
in a web browser. It should automatically work. Let me just show the code one more time at the end for the circle, and then I can end this Google Meet. Stop sharing. Stop recording. How do you stop?